Steve's back. Steve's back.
I finally found the time to sit in on a video.
And we're all so grateful for that.
Well, it's fun.
It's been freezing in Georgia, hasn't it?
Oh my God, yes. It's been snowy, it's been icy. What else? It's been windy, it's been chilly or cold. You know, and I mean, when you're used to temperatures being real warm, and then you get a winter like this, it's shocking.
It's like this every winter in January. And
no, I think it's been colder than usual.
No, it does this every year. You just forget.
Well, we get one precipitation event, which is ice usually, but this time we got snow, which was beautiful. It was a fluffy snow. I think it was about 3 inches.
There's a few pictures in the last video with Sammy in the backyard.
Yeah, It was nice. Sammy had fun. It was her first official snowfall.
But today we are going to talk about a few things. We finally switched doctors.
Woo!
Some of the viewers had said I need to switch doctors because I didn't feel like I was being heard from my last doctor. I mean, I know doctors today only have a couple of minutes to assess you, but I feel like as soon as they walk in and see a middle-aged white woman, they instantly want me on antidepressants or anti-anxiety pills. No matter what my condition is. Even if I pulled a muscle up when we landscaped our front yard, they said, oh, you've got to be depressed or anxious. You tensed up when you were putting that 40-pound bags of mulch on. It's not that you pulled a muscle from the 40-pound bags, but that you're anxious or depressed. You know, depression hurts. So they wanted me on pills when I pulled a muscle from landscaping our front yard.
Is that where you get the Cymbalta? Depression hurts. Cymbalta helps.
I don't know. But, so, we found a new doctor.
Yes, we
and
did.
After we went there personally, showed them our insurance in person to see if they would take our insurance, and asked for the paperwork. And this is what they gave us.
Well, we were across the hall at a different doctor who recommended going to this doctor. And we go to this doctor, and we find out.
Our son has told us to go to this doctor. But I know Steve checked, and when he checked online, it said it did not take our insurance.
Right.
But when we went in person, they said they do. Now I'm wondering if we're going to get a bill later that they really don't take it.
Right. So. Is there's not one health question, okay? There isn't anything about, have you had heart issues in your family? Do you have high blood pressure? Do you have cholesterol? Have you ever taken?
Half of it is insurance and previous doctors who you want their records sent to, and who you want, what other doctors you want records sent to them, and their policies on charging you when you miss an appointment. Like these questionnaires. I don't think they're at all accurate.
Well, I'm thinking that anxiety and depression is a bigger moneymaker than, let's say, a health issue.
Well, yeah, I mean, unless you have cancer or diabetes or something. But yeah, I feel like all the doctors want you on anti-anxiety, anti-depression medication.
Right. Life is tough. I mean, face it, it's not easy. And getting to the point where we are, being seniors, life, has not been friendly.
But there's other things. I like natural remedies. They don't say, what are you eating? Are you eating a lot of processed food, sugary foods? They don't say, are you exercising? Are you getting out in the sun? Do you have friends? Are you lonely? In America, we have a loneliness epidemic, as was deemed by our last Surgeon General, which currently we have no Surgeon General because Casey Means, who is supposed to be our new one, had a baby and has not been sworn in. So we are without a Surgeon General right now. So our last Surgeon General, I think it was Dr. Murphy, Vivek Murphy, he stressed how there's a loneliness crisis in America. I mean, our whole world is set up to not interact. We can order food online, groceries online, get them delivered to our house. We can have friends online. We can work online. We never have to leave our house anymore, basically. I mean, you can see your doctors online. You never have to leave the house.
Right, and now we have AI, so you have a couple different versions of ChatGPT and Gemini, and so you don't really need friends face to face, human friends.
You can play games online, like our kids play D&D online,
but you have these AIs that you can talk to, and they will talk back to you. And
they are creating robots to take care of seniors, and I believe in other countries right now, and they have the self-driving cars and.
Well, there are robots that you can get right now. They're about $60,000 that act like humans. I mean, yeah, they are metal, but they act like humans, and they can put human features on them, so they actually look and move like a human.
And we were going to get into that a little later, but since we brought up the robots and the non-human interactions, when I was checking our retirement because the Dow crashed the other day, and I am this should be on the questionnaire for anxiety. Are you anxious about losing all of your money in your retirement? Yes, I am. That's not one of the questions. When I was checking in, a video popped up randomly. I did not search it, about a doll mom who, I don't know if it's the one. I had read somewhere that a YouTube person makes $200,000 a year. Being a doll mom, this one has 200,000 subscribers. I don't know if she's making 200,000 a year.
Now wait, you did hear that right. That's a doll mom.
She has I don't know. I think it was four. Do you remember? I think it was 4 dolls. I don't remember.
She had a lot of them.
This showed her going to the bedroom and getting up. I don't know if it was 4 kids. I don't remember. All I know is I was shocked. I was shocked.
Well, she treats these dolls like humans, and they vary in size and age. And
I think there's a baby and toddlers and older, 1 or 2 boys and
when you first watch it, you're kind of shocked. Is this person seriously ill?
Well,
then you realize, wait, this is all staged for viewers.
But why? But anyway, everything was perfect. The furniture, the clothing, the rugs, everything was perfectly matched and just a beautiful. And I thought later, okay, I grew up in a family of 8. Steve grew up in a family of 4, and I think there were 4 dolls in this video. And somebody in the comments said it's so realistic, and I was like, you must not have grown up with siblings, because Steve and I were like, there's nothing realistic. Everything in our house was broken, stained, ripped, damaged, because it went through actual kids.
Right.
It went through usage, and
it was not quiet. It was noisy all the time, and you could never find peace and quiet.
Yeah, there was nothing realistic about this at all. These 4 dolls who she would imitate voices for them throughout the video and actually feed them food. Anyway, it's a very shocking video. There was another video popped up that a woman was criticizing her, and then this woman responded to that woman. I don't personally like to criticize other channels. I'm trying to get to the point where I accept people who are different in what they do. I'm trying to not criticize, but I am having a hard time wrapping my head around this, because they say these were originally dolls. They look real. They're $8,000 a piece. I don't know what she paid, but that's about what they cost. They were started.
Let that sink in. $8,000 a piece.
And some people.
How much is groceries?
Some people have said they were started for people who have miscarriages or have dementia, older people. I had a miscarriage, and I think if I had a doll like this, it would have devastated me. I think it would have made it worse, far, far worse, if I had a doll like this when I lost our baby.
So anyway, subscribe to our channel and check out Doll Mom on YouTube.
Well, we have nothing to do with Doll Mom. It just popped up. It seems to be a new thing. And and I did make a video on my estranged friend who passed away last year, and I didn't know till after, about 6 months later. She was a doll mom because after she passed away, Steve said, well, check out and see if she had a Facebook, which I had not done. And when I looked at it, she actually had a doll and made an Easter basket for her doll, which I didn't even notice. I was looking at the doll like a photography, I'm into photography, and I thought she was just taking a picture because it looked like an older doll, like she had it she was 70, so I thought maybe from her childhood or something. But then she herself put a comment in the comments, and she said, My boys asked me if I'm making them an Easter basket, and they were in their 30s. And I said no. And then I looked back at the picture and noticed the Easter basket with candy that you actually eat in it. And she had put a comment herself saying, I think there's a psychosis associated with this. So she herself thought it was odd. Now, when we got Sammy, which Steve wanted Sammy, our Papillon, right?
True. We don't give her Easter baskets. Don't get us wrong. We do give her Christmas gifts. But.
Well, we didn't do that this year. And because she's chewing so much, we gave them to her chew toys so she doesn't destroy our house.
She got them throughout the year.
Which she was doing.
Yeah.
But I started volunteering for a group called Cards of Compassion, where you make cards for strangers. And for some random reason, I don't remember why we started, we bought a dress for her. I don't know why. I mean, because I'm a person, we've had dogs our whole marriage. We've never dressed them up, never pampered them. For some reason, I guess because she's
barely fed them.
She's the first small dog. So we saw a dress, we bought it, and then I started taking pictures of her in dresses for these cards that I send to strangers. I thought maybe this would bring some joy to their life. And my sister, I have 3 sisters and 4 brothers. One of my sisters thought, she implied that maybe there's an issue here, putting a dress on a dog. But it did have a purpose of being made into a greeting card to be sent to someone.
Right.
So I don't do it on a daily basis. I haven't done it. I did it all season for like the whole year and made a different card for every season. And now I have those pictures and I don't have to do it anymore.
So now the dog wants to always have her picture taken and put on a dress because she gets treats, and now it's a horrible thing. But she's very cute.
I did put it on the red dress that was like Valentine's Day and Christmas. I put it on for Christmas with our grandson. So that was a very cute picture.
Yeah.
So I may put it on, a dress on her with our grandson. But she only wears it for the 30 minutes I'm taking pictures, and then she takes it off.
So anyway, check out Doll Mom. It's interesting to look at that. I mean, you watch it and you're like, oh my God. But then I think you come to the realization, at least I did, that it is made up for YouTube.
Well, the comments are split. Like I said, half think it's realistic and enjoy it, and half think she's crazy or mentally ill. There is this loneliness crisis in America, and there seems to be some mental health issues going on. Now, I've always said that my mother always used to say to me, who's to say what's normal? She always said that. My siblings say she never said it to them, and I do wonder why. She only said it to me, but I was the youngest daughter. I was at home the longest as she was an adult, so I think she talked to me the most as the rest moved out as I was still growing up.
So anyway, this comes back to the questionnaire at the doctor's office. And the questionnaire focuses on depression and anxiety.
The first questionnaire is depression, and you score yourself 0, 1, 2, or 3. So you, let me just read the categories. 0 is not at all, so you never have this. 1 is several days. 2 is more than half the days, which I'm looking at a month, or I guess a week. So half a week or half a month. Or 3 is nearly every day. So remember those scores, and then Steve will read the issue, and then you score if you are doing this.
I think I'm going to need some help in answering what the questions mean. I mean, so little interest or pleasure in doing things. I mean, you know, I have a lot of pleasure in doing things. Some things are not as, you know, as joyful. I mean, taking out the trash, do I have pleasure in that? Well, not really. I mean, does that mean I'm seriously depressed? You know, building something, yeah, I have pleasure in that, especially, you know, when it works out and, you know, and it looks good. You know,
okay, they're talking about every day, all day. You're sleeping, you're not doing anything, you're not cooking dinner, you're not cleaning the house, you're not cleaning yourself.
Right. So then that would be, you know, not at all.
Well, or no. I mean, you could say I don't like.
So how do you answer that?
I don't like the category several days. It doesn't say like maybe once or twice.
Yeah. So how do you answer that?
I don't like several days.
You know?
It doesn't say like several days a week or several days a month. Like that's a difference. If it's several days a week or several days a month, that's a big difference.
Right.
So to me, being an ex-auditor, I think it's a terrible format because does it say it's based? It says, over the last 2 weeks. It does say, I didn't see that. Over the last 2 weeks, so that changes it.
Okay.
So several days over the last 2 weeks would be maybe 4 or 5 days.
So the last 2 weeks, have I done anything?
No, you had no interest. You had no interest.
I did have interest.
I mean, it was snowing and icy.
Yeah,
I mean, the last 2 weeks.
Anyway,
the last 2 weeks have been snowy and icy.
And it was depressing.
And we've had,
Actually, it looked.
It was cloudy and cold, and we were afraid our power was going to go out. So yeah, the last 2 weeks isn't a good time frame because we didn't have interest because the house was freezing and it was snowy and icy.
Right. So this was a bad example.
Bad last 2 weeks.
Yeah, bad. Slice of life. Okay.
But we're saying probably
So I'm not gonna
0 to 1.
Feeling down, depressed, or hopeless.
It's the same scoring.
Okay.
Trouble falling or staying asleep or sleeping too much. Now we both have sleep apnea. And that doesn't mean you're depressed. Although if you're not sleeping, that leads to anxiety and depression.
Right.
But like I said, it could be different issues. If this is yes, it's not necessarily anxiety or depression. We both have CPAPs, and they are a challenge to use them all the time. They make noise, and they could wake you up. Okay, next one.
So the next one is poor appetite or overeating. I don't have a poor appetite, but overeating, sometimes I do overeat. I mean, I make a lot of our food, and it's usually pretty good. So
Not being biased or anything, right?
No. That's where my joy comes from. People say, what's your love language? Well, my love language is food and recipes and making food for other people. And so it's usually good, and I will overeat.
Okay, and I'm the other way. It says poor appetite. Well, I'm eating less and less, and that doesn't mean you're anxious or depressed.
Which gives me more and more.
Which doesn't mean you're anxious or depressed because you could have health issues. You could have gastrointestinal issues, or as you get older, you don't burn as many calories and you may eat less. So again, I think that's kind of misleading.
Right.
Okay, feeling bad about yourself or that you are a failure or have let yourself or family down.
Trouble concentrating, reading newspapers, watching TV, reading a book. That can all be problems.
Okay, we don't even have newspapers anymore. So, and the thing is, because everybody scrolls on their phone, your attention span has gotten shorter. I don't read as many books as I used to because I'm scrolling constantly on my iPad or phone. So again, it's not keeping up with today's times.
Well, it's not. Yes, it's not. And some people, I think what they're looking at is overall concentration. It's not focused on one specific newspaper or
But everybody has less concentration. All the teachers are saying how kids coming into schools today have zero concentration.
Well, kids coming into school today, it's a different story.
I'm just saying, but it's gone to everybody because we're all on our phones. We're all on our tablets. So we've all lost that lengthy concentration.
Now, we're not making light of this because there are a lot of people who do suffer from these issues and do need help.
I just think this is a poor questionnaire that you could need help and pass this questionnaire. You could get 100 or whatever. Actually, be 0. Get 0, you're perfect. You don't have depression. Moving, or speaking so slowly that other people could have noticed, or the opposite. Having been. See, I still can't read it. I can't read it. Being so fidgety or restless that you have been moving around a lot more than usual. Both of us need reading glasses because I'm in the process of changing my contacts. One has a reading lens, but it's not strong enough to read.
Sure.
So it's difficult for me to read, and it's difficult for Steve. But my last video had the ring light in my glasses, and I didn't like that look. So we're not wearing our glasses when we both need to wear our glasses.
Here we go.
Okay, and the last one is thoughts that you would be better off dead or hurting yourself. Now that is
that's a telltale sign right there.
I think there's just I think there's a lot more. I don't know. Like if you just say, "What do you do all day?" That would be a big reveal.
Yeah,
and of course, these are kind of like yes, no, whatever. Or they're not that involved. But I don't know. I think there could be a better questionnaire. That's the depression screening, and I scored very low, so it said I have minimal depression. If you get just one on any of these,
You're committed.
you get minimal depression if you get 1 point. So like staying asleep. Well, like I said, with sleep apnea, I do get woken up. Plus we have loud cars on our street, so I get woken up, and our garbage truck comes at 5 in the morning, so I get woken up. So there, right there, it says you have minimal depression. Now, I don't know at what point they want to put you on medication because it's minimal. 1 to 4 is minimal, 5 to 9 is mild, 10 to 14 is moderate, 15 to 19 is moderately severe, and 20 to 27 is severe. I bet they'd put you on medication at mild. I bet they'd want you on.
I think that it's up to the physician. How
I bet
much
say,
more they need for a cruise.
I'd say, do you want medication? You want some pills? We could help you with that. Depression hurts. Cymbalta. I remember that commercial. It always said depression hurts. If you have a muscle pain from pulling a muscle from doing your landscaping, you're depressed.
Yep.
Could be from pulling a muscle. No, can't be that. Until we see you again.
Take it easy.